Stop being so defensive and listen to us, Robbie.
We're just worried about you, that's all.
No need to be worried. I got this.
I don't think you fully understand what you're carrying. The parchment packs a lot of evil.
And what? You don't think I can handle it? I'll have you know that you aren't the only one who has a corner on controlling darkness. Just ask Sparky.
We're just concerned.
Concerned? You're starting to sound an awful lot like Caretaker, Nico.
Since when did you become such a jerk?
Since he started carrying that damn page, that's
Why
when...
don't you worry about yourself, Blade?
Whatever you say, Robbie. Why don't you go find Peter?
Well, maybe I will. I'm out.
Well, we tried.
The parchment of power is no joke. Then again, neither is Robbie. Let's just hope he's right and he can handle it.
Yeah, let's hope.
It's weird. I just felt this need to be out here.
You handle yourself well on the battlefield.
You mean it? Thank you so much. Something about Jeremiah Kane's statue drew me. Guess it's that old spirit of vengeance connection, huh?
Like you, Kane carried more burdens than any one man should.
Yeah, so he knew how the big honor could also become a curse.
Do you feel like you have been cursed?
Absolutely. I mean, it's awesome to be one of the Midnight Suns and have the incredible responsibility of carrying the parchment of power. But it also really sucks.
If luck is with us, you will not have to carry the parchment for long.
I can carry it for as long as necessary. However long Blaze had it, I can keep it for as long or longer.
I did not mean to imply you did not have what it takes.
But I do have what it takes. And I don't need luck.
Blaze's betrayal probably soured your outlook.
About that. I keep thinking about what happened back in Limbo. Right before all the fighting broke out, when Blaze told me you were the key to the parchment, the prophecy, all of it. And that if we took you out, the world might survive.
Robbie.
I know what you're gonna say. Don't trust Blaze. I get it. Which is why I'm thinking I should read this parchment for myself and find out exactly what caused him to get so worked up about you.
The forces of the parchment and the Darkhold are not to be trifled with, Robbie. You cannot expect to read the page the way you would a normal book.
Oh boy, here we go. More of that. This is beyond you, Robbie. I've been hearing this junk since I asked to see my first R-rated movie as a kid. Guess what? I snuck into those movies and I can sneak a peek at the parchment.
Trust me, this is not the same as childhood misbehavior. You are gambling not just with your life, but the lives of all of those who love you.
Fine, forget it. I'm not gonna read the page. Happy now?
I am relieved, yes. But what are you going to do instead?
I'm gonna do what I normally do. Sit and worry. And hope Stark hurries up with whatever he's building in the forge.
That may take a while.
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear you say that. After all this, I better get a statue of my own around here.
Just tell me.
I already told you.
That was just a bunch of hocus-pocus mumbo-jumbo. Authored by the hand of a corrupted elder god, vile, unspeakable evil power contained within its pages. I get it. The Darkhold is bad. But I'm a scientist. I need facts, examples, highlights, lowlights.
Are you really asking me for a book report on the Darkhold?
I mean, I could just blast the page to smithereens without knowing the context, but understanding it is so much more interesting.
Context or no context, I'm still skeptical that your plan will actually work.
Well, okay, then share your deep insights with me, Dr. Spooky. Come on, spill the beans.
I have no beans to spill, Tony. I think I need some fresh air.
I'm here if you need me. Oh, hey. Didn't see you there, Hunter. I guess you're wondering why Strange and I were getting into it?
I saw enough.
He gets so huffy and precious when it comes to his magic stuff. Everything has to be shrouded in mystery, like he's on stage in Vegas or something. I think he's afraid I'm going to turn around and become an even greater sorcerer than he is.
Well, Tony, you are a bit competitive. I would not blame him for becoming a bit territorial as a result.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with a little friendly competition, is there?
I do not think Strange sees it as friendly.
Well, when he comes back, I'll try to smile bigger. Maybe that'll give him a hint.
Surely there is a way for you both to work together in harmony.
You'll never catch us in the same barbershop quartet. But, given enough time, I'm sure I can reverse engineer an Elder God's programming language. Sure, you may not be able to understand what I'm saying, but that's not my problem.
So you think the Darkhold is no different from some fabulous bit of technology?
Oh, absolutely. And like any other fabulous bit of technology, it's only a matter of time before I figure out how to do what I want to do with it. Every problem has a solution, my resurrected friend. And I'm going to find it.
It will be a challenge, but I know you can handle it.
Well, you don't have to tell me twice. Actually, you can tell me several times. I'm such a shameless sucker for praise.
And what about Strange? Are you going to let him sulk?
Oh, I'll find Dr. Spooky later, and explain my position clearly. Make sure he understands.
It might help if you stop calling him Dr. Spooky.
Yeah, you're right. I should use his name. Stephen Spooky.
I give up.
Well, don't give up yet. You need to get the research going on the Gamma Accelerator. I've got the pieces and Dad's research, and I'm ready to go. I'm serious about getting the research started. Parchment isn't going to blow itself up.
Heading to book club. Are you?
Meet you there.
See you there.
I like this book, but I can't explain why. Maybe I'll figure it out as we discuss it.
I should not be this nervous about what you all thought of the book. Even the best translations from Kree lose subtext.
Everyone's in a mood to mingle. Go ahead. We can start whenever. I'm good if you are.
I am ready.
Carol, this was your book, so you can start.
I'll throw it back to you. What did you think of the book?
I had a rough time with it.
You didn't like it?
Didn't say that. At first I spent more time referencing the glossary than reading the book.
Sounds familiar. What changed?
I noticed a kind of rhythm to the words. I began to see them as lyrics to a song. All that dry talk faded and it finally came together. The lyrics made it feel much bigger than a chapter on Kree farming implements.
This book was about much more than farming.
Exactly. The rhythm to it helped paint a bigger picture. Once I caught on, I kept reading and didn't rely on the glossary. I picked everything up from context. That's when I realized none of this was about farming. I'm surprised how much stuck with me, despite some concepts being legit alien to me.
Agreed. For me, the rhythm wasn't lyrics. It was more like the book was written to a cadence.
That's why I had you read it on your Spark. The mnemonic lexicon won't work with a hard copy.
The what now?
An ancient Kree technique. It helps you remember text that would otherwise be considered... There's no Kree word for stuffy, but essentially that. But all that's packaging. Let's get into the book itself. Hunter, did you figure out what the bloom and the harvest represent?
The bloom represents the range of a fortress. The harvest happens when enemies enter that range.
That's one vital part. You're right, the bloom can represent overlapping fields of fire, but it's more than one concept. At the time of the book's writing, the Kree cared most about integrating captured territory while still expanding their empire. Conquered worlds came with people. Rather than treat them as prisoners, the Kree provided them with most benefits enjoyed by Kree citizens. This period is known as the cultivation.
So the bloom was when they gained full citizenship under their conquerors.
No, it's when the world requested it. As long as they could feed themselves with Kree farming techniques and defend their world with Kree defenses, the request was granted with few exceptions.
So what's the harvest?
As part of the service required by the Empire, many of these new citizens began the cultivation of freshly conquered worlds.
So they were living examples. Show the newly conquered what they could achieve if they went along with the Empire.
That's also how vampires work.
Carol, I think I pieced together the Kree strategy.
Do tell.
It's all tied to agriculture. Every soldier knows you can't fight if you can't eat, but they applied this to their expansion. Till the field, sow the seed, pull the weed, reap the crop. It means the Kree wouldn't advance until the territory they took was secure and productive.
If your enemy knows how you will act, they can prepare.
Certainly, for other spacefaring empires. But most worlds had no idea the Kree existed until the invasion was underway. But the Kree expansion had momentum. They could afford to push harder because their whole weight was behind the advance. Unless a world could push just as hard, it would eventually fall under Kree control. Carol, how was that?
Close enough to impress me. The strategy in Volume 32 wasn't perfect, but it worked out for the Kree far more often than it failed.
What happened when it failed?
That's covered in Volume 33.
And that's book club. Steve, you're up next. What's your book?
The Mantle of Authority, by General Chester Phillips.
Is this the one you keep saying I should read?
The very same. Now you have to. It's book club.
Before I forget, I asked Logan to join us next time.
He said yes?
He can read?
I can't wait to see how this goes.
I hope you enjoy the book I chose.
Why do you say that?
It's about people who weren't around until after your death. But I'm sure you'll figure out the context.
So why choose this book?
Volume 30 was way too spicy for this crowd.
Go on.
I'm kidding. It's relevant to what we're facing today. Hydra, the Lilith, your mom, they seem to have the upper hand all over the world.
I thought the Kree always won.
No, that's what the Kree convinced everyone to believe. We haven't lost until we start believing their propaganda. And that's how we defeat our enemy. As long as we're still standing, they're gonna fall.
Remind me never to piss you off, Hunter. Or insult Charlie. Okay, just between us, Carol's book was extremely weird, right?
I learned a thing or two.
What, how to grow turnips on the moon?
That is harsh.
I didn't think it was that bad. But interstellar agriculture as a metaphor for planetary conquest, not what I expected.
You should be honest with Carol.
I'm always honest with Carol. But if I tell her it was a weird book, I'll sound like I don't know much about her adopted culture.
And how is that bad? You do not know, so this is the perfect opportunity to ask.
Good point. All right, I'll do it. Thanks, Hunter.
Good luck.
You headed out?
I am taking off.
Righteous.
Agatha, what are you doing?
Casting a protection spell over the Abbey. Now that we are in possession of the Parchment of Power, we must be vigilant in guarding against its influences.
That is thoughtful of you. I feel protected already.
You should. This is a very rare form of sorcery, practiced only by those who have passed from this realm. This spell will only prevent the worst type of harm the Parchment can inflict, but can't stop it from making mischief completely.
Mischief? What sort of mischief?
There's no way of knowing for sure. But if there's one thing I am sure of, it's this. The words etched onto the page were written by Chthon himself. Not even my magic can silence them. They will affect us, if only in whispers. I mean, they're probably affecting us right here, right now, and won't stop. Not until Stark finally manages to nuke it from space.
Then there is hope.
There sure is. But until that happens, we need to protect ourselves. Speaking of, I should really finish this incantation. The spell cannot be completed without it.
I will leave you to it then.
Sleep well, Hunter. If you can.
The Hellride is ready and waiting.
Tension's so thick I could claw it to shreds.
Hunter, buddy, talk to me.
Where did the Solus go after we cut him down? We ain't built for this.
I disagree. We can still defeat my mother.
No. You and me doing this? Living weapons ain't designed to relax. They make a fella downright resentful.
It is hard to take it easy when the world is falling apart.
For me, it's like there's always a blade stuck in my side. When I relax, it's like I can feel it twist.
How do you handle it?
Same as you. I go looking for a fight.
Does it work?
Not always, but it's enough to dull that blade. We're doing this again, no question.
Something, or someone, is going to snap. Did you hear Tony and Strange arguing? Who's next? Parker and Nico? Seeing good troops lose their minds, not knowing if a tank was going to mortar their bunkers, but seeing seasoned, enhanced heroes walking on eggshells is a new kind of unsettling.
What, no stars and stripes hoorah pep talk from Captain America? It must be bad.
We lived with the dread, channeled the tension. This feels different. Lilith's got too many tricks we haven't seen.
Tricks like mind control? We call that Tuesday at Xavier's School for the Gifted. I got a gut feeling that what's gonna come's gonna be more gnarly than usual. Bet I'll even be surprised. I'd even go so far to start taking bets. But that's too grim, even for me.
Are you finally beginning to understand now? Family protects one another. Family loves one another. Family would do anything to save one another. Is that not what these heroes of yours preach? Then why abandon you at the doorstep of that wretched pretender Mephisto, my precious child?
My family saved me. It was the coward Blaze that sold me out.
Perhaps. Still, Blaze is no coward. And he is most certainly not a friend to Mephisto. For him to have made such a deal, all the more reason I must have the page.
I knew you were going to go there.
Hear me, child. Say what you will about Johnny Blaze, but his soul is one of the strongest I have ever encountered. He has carried the parchment for decades without succumbing to its call, battled angels and demons alike, and rattled the thrones of far too many gods.
It almost seems like you admire him.
I simply state the facts. Now he is free of the page, and another takes on the mantle of its guardian.
Robbie.
Do you really think he will prevail over the parchment of power?
You were right, Mother.
I am?
Robbie will never be Johnny Blaze. He will become something far greater. I gladly place my fate and that of the world in his hands.
My original offer still stands. If you truly value your friend, relieve him of his burden and surrender the parchment to me. Ignore my warning, and Blaze's betrayal will be a fond memory compared to what is coming next.
I hope the others slept better than I did.
You know, when I first heard about Lilith and her apocalypse, I was skeptical that a resurrected half-demon warrior from the 17th century was going to be our best shot at beating her forces of darkness back.
And now?
Nico and company made the right call when they raised you from the dead, because I'm pretty sure you're the one who's going to save the day.
That is quite a meaningful compliment coming from you, but I'm just doing the best I can.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You managed to do the right thing and get things done, which is a rare talent for the average person. But from Lilith's kid, I definitely did not expect this level of leadership from you.
You think I have what it takes to be a leader?
No, Hunter. I know you have what it takes. You just need time to stew, grow into yourself. When I enlisted, I was 90 pounds soaking wet. A light breeze would have knocked me over. Not what you call captain material. But I didn't give up. And I won't let you either. No, that can't be. I had that dream too.
Maybe it was something we ate.
Don't you mean someone?
I don't know. This stinks of a hex or a curse or something.
If we all had the same nightmare, does that mean we all share the same subconscious neurosis?
God, I hope
The
not.
probability of every single one of us walking the same dream state is 1,000,000,000 trillion to 1. It must mean something.
Yeah, it means we might want to have a little chat with our friendly neighborhood hunter.
Oh, I knew I should have let Mr. Murdoch copyright that for me.
I still can't get that image out of my mind.
Same here. And that's saying a lot these days.
I'm sure there's a logical explanation for this all.
There is the parchment.
I knew that page would find a way of messing with our heads.
Or maybe it was warning us about you-know-who.
Did you have the dream?
What dream?
I'm here if you want to talk about it.
I'm assuming you had the same dream last night as the rest of us.
I am pretty sure I did not. What was it?
I'll let Wanda tell you. She's better at communicating those kinds of things. All I can say is, what I saw last night made me worry about you.
I am more worried about you. Riddled with nightmares, suspicious of friends and colleagues. The page is getting to you.
The page is not getting to me. Everyone had the same exact nightmare last night. If anything, it's getting to everyone here.
It is possible. The full effects of the Parchment of Power have gone largely unstudied.
And they will remain unstudied. Honestly, I can't wait for it to be destroyed.
So, you are not going to read it?
Hell no. And not just because I suspect it's giving me bad dreams. Because I know whatever Blaze read set him off so hard that he betrayed us.
Wait. Blaze can read?
Oh man, I'm just glad he's not here to hear you say that.
Why not? I'm not scared to speak my mind to him.
It would be entertaining for sure. I think Wanda wants to talk to you. I should stop monopolizing your time and let her get a word in. Oh, and Hunter?
Yes, Robbie?
Take care of yourself, okay? Like, really take care.
I always do. What is everyone so upset about?
A nightmare. We all had the same one last night, and it has unnerved us. Wondering if you had the same one too. Would be weird if you were the only one in the Abbey who didn't.
You mean the one about Lilith?
Wait, you had a dream about Lilith?
Is that not the one you all had?
No, Hunter. We had a dream about you. And it was a pretty awful one, too.
What? What about me?
Let's just say you... something threw you above us. Your face twisted in what could only be described as extreme agony. And that's as far as I want to remember. I don't want to freak you out. I mean, it was just a dream, right?
Something you should know about me. I do not scare easily.
We should probably stop talking now. Everyone is staring.
They are staring?
Yep.
They really are frightened, are they not?
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, everyone here is just as afraid of me as they are of you.
The parchment's days are numbered, Hunter. Come down to the forge.
Come on over, Hunter. I'm slinging some hot, fresh parchment blasting tech here.
Is this it? Is this the thing that will destroy the parchment?
Well, you better believe it. That's the Gamma Accelerator. Plus a few tips taken from dear old Dad's notes. Plus a few crucial adjustments. Plus some revolutionary new tech created on the fly.
Are you sure it will work?
I'm sure you've got a million questions. Come to the war room and you can hear my full spiel. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.
Looking for company, Logan. Funny, you strike me as a loner.
Who, me? I like people. Problem is, people usually don't like me back.
Well, we need your skills, so consider yourself liked here. And my apologies about the circumstances.
When you get to be my age, you end up carrying so much baggage people would rather leave you in the dust. So, thanks for not leaving this old man behind.
No need to thank me, Logan. With your expertise, I should be thanking you for helping us.
You might want to save your thank yous until you work with me a bit more. There's a reason I've been freelance the last few years.
Well, you are welcome to stay here as long as you want.
I gotta admit, Sarah's got a pretty swanky setup. Puts Xavier's bad to shame.
Some people think it is a little spooky.
A spooky place for spooky people. Seems like home.
Time now, Tony.
Yeah, you're being a little extra you right now.
Forgive me if I'm a little excited that another one of my brilliant, one-of-a-kind inventions will thwart the apocalypse. Again.
Uh-huh. What's the plan?
No, not yet. Waiting until we have a quorum. Don't want to have to explain the complex calculations, algorithms, and other assorted science bits twice.
The Forge Demon was right. You do love the sound of your own voice.
Relax, will ya? When this works, victory blowout party at my Malibu estate. Everyone's invited. Even Strange. But he doesn't get a pony back.
So no more late-night binging on Japanese monster movies when my spider senses kick in.
I tell you, I can't wait to fire this thing up. I don't like to say that I do my best work under pressure, but I think this time, I even amazed myself.
This is impressive. You did this work incredibly fast.
Chug a few Stark drives and there's nothing you can't speed through. Hopefully the sugar crash doesn't hit me while we're destroying the page.
If you manage to stop the prophecy, I will be the first to sing your praises.
So you're promising karaoke. I'm gonna hold you to that, Hunter. This thing won't fail.
What about your father's research? Do you feel comfortable using it as the basis for this canon?
I'm only perfecting the stuff he started. It's like I took all the skeletons out of my family closet, dusted them off, and now they're going to do community service.
It is powered by skeletons.
Don't worry, figure of speech. No actual skeletons in there, just massive amounts of gamma radiation. Our friend Banner thought he was going to use it to get supercharged. But this thing's going to shut his team down, permanently.
Let us keep our attention on destroying the parchment. We can deal with Hulk after.
Oh, come on. I know multitasking probably wasn't a thing in your olden times, but it's the only way I get stuff done. Plus, I can't get Banner out of my mind.
So, what now?
Now comes the hard part, explaining my plan to the team. I wonder if I have time to whip up some diagrams. People love diagrams.
I know we can't control our dreams, Hunter. Maybe we can help you learn not to share them.
I'm almost getting used to seeing you on your feet again. Almost. Seems like everyone had a restless night. I hate to ask this, but are you all right?
Of course I am.
You sure? The dream, nightmare we all had of you.
The one everyone had, but no one will tell me about?
Let's just say you should be grateful to have your collar to protect you.
Protect me from what, exactly?
Your mother, Hunter. Who else? If it wasn't for that collar, who knows how she might be able to manipulate you? I wouldn't put it past her to invade your dreams, the way I think she just invaded ours last night.
Or maybe these dreams you had are just the parchment's influence.
No, Hunter. It was more than that. I felt her evil presence. I can still feel it lingering.
Sarah, have you considered that your sister is not as bad as you like to think?
No, I haven't. And I can't believe you would even suggest something like that. Maybe I was right to be worried about you. Sorry for snapping. It's just... In any case, best to keep our wits about us. I just don't want anything to happen to you, kiddo.
Weird dreams, huh? Probably just the end of the world jitters. You get used to them. This your first Tony Stark patented last-ditch reeks of desperation Hail Mary plan? Only reason to listen to Tony is to get directions to the rap party.
You believe the cause is lost?
Didn't say that. Did not say that either. I've seen the world end a few times, and I'm still here to talk about it.
That is not saying much. You have a healing factor.
We can't all be born as unlucky as me.
Lilith has marked us all. I am tempted to say our fate is in her hands.
Fate. The other F word.
Scoff if you would like. Lilith believes in destiny. The problem is, we believe in our own destinies too.
You sound like Steve.
My words are my own, not Captain America's or Lilith's.
Steve's a good thing. Especially with what we gotta do. One thing we can agree on, hell ain't coming. Hell is already here.
Now, I know a lot of you aren't used to the scientific method. So, take a breath, let it all soak in. I can talk you through the really complex parts.
You want to shoot the indestructible Page with a giant ray gun?
A giant gamma ray gun.
You can't just blow up the Parchment of Power with gamma energy. It isn't done.
He has a point.
Look, you and the Hocus Pocus crowd had your shot. Now, it's my turn. Mine and Hound's.
Your father's research.
Pops wasn't trying to weaponize gamma energy. He was trying to supercharge it into an almost unlimited power source. Should probably thank Bruce for helping me realize that. Problem is, gamma energy has a threshold. Push it too much and it goes boom. Big time.
Enter Los Diablos.
Birthplace of the Hulk.
And the last time somebody tried putting Pop's theories to the test, entire areas still saturated with that same modified energy. If I can channel it through my accelerator cannon, well, that gamma field Page of yours
will go boom. Big time?
Bingo. Huge time.
We're gonna need a tremendous amount of power.
And not just gamma. Yo, Lost Boys. And Lost Girls. Saddle up. We need you.
Sabretooth's still out there. They ain't going nowhere without me.
The more the better. Somebody's got to clap when I thwart the apocalypse. Again.
It was terrifying to see you hold Paige in her dream, but somehow it felt right.
I don't remember signing up for the Green Sharing Club. How do I unsubscribe?
Stay focused on Tony's ridiculous plan. I'll keep an eye out for Hydra.
Your enthusiasm is infectious, Sarah.
I'm allowing this to move forward, aren't I? Anyway, Robbie and Tony are already in place. Good luck. We all need it.
What's the word, kid?
Nothing. Nothing is definitely the word.
Oh, well, nothing's good. You don't have the Abbey masking you in that page right now. Just keep a safe distance a little longer until we're ready here. With even one blast, my gamma cannon will drain the ambient gamma energy from this entire valley. This is gonna have to be a one-shot deal.
Then don't miss.
Got that part covered.
This is by far the worst plan I've ever been part of. And I've done jobs with Deadpool.
Robbie cannot hide that page forever. If there is any chance of removing that burden from him. Speaking of...
Yo, Fast and the Flamius, what did I just tell you?
Stark! Power up that damn ray gun!
What?
Stark! Multiple targets closing on your position!
That ain't Robbie.
Activated gamma collectors now.
How long do you need?
How would I know? I just invented the damn things yesterday.
Then keep going. We will hold the line.
Stark. Too smart for your own good. Ignore the others and follow that page. It's time I return home.
If you could go ahead and stop them from attacking the highly volatile gamma collector, that would be fantastic.
Feel free to come down here and throw a few lasers at him.
Yeah, sure, no problem. And while I'm down there, which one of you is going to initialize the accelerator to fire this thing?
Fair point.
We will hold this position as long as necessary.
Trust me, it'll be worth the wait.
Maybe I should be flattered. Lilith has put a great deal of trust in your nemesis, Logan.
Yeah, she really knows how to pick 'em.
You sound bitter. If only Mother had chosen you, right, Logan?
I'm nobody's minion. I leave that to suckers like you.
I think we're ready to rock and roll.
You don't get it, runt. There's magic pumping through these veins now.
You got that right.
Logan!
Guys, I'm not sure how much longer we can keep this up.
Then don't wait on me. Get another deal, oh please. What did Lilith offer you? Better gas mileage?
Not quite.
Return.
Tried to avoid this mess, you know.
What?
But y'all had to do things the hard way. You were right, kid. I am a coward. Been running from this moment my whole life. World's really gonna beat this thing, it'll need someone strong. Like you.
Wait! No!
3, 2, 1.
See you soon, Rocks.
The sleeping Titan has awakened. The Herald of Cthon.
No, it's the freaking Hulk! I just gave him an upgrade. Now, before we all start going, I think it's important to recognize that my theory would have worked.
This is Dr. Banner's other side?
The horns are new.
That's not all, Tony. I'm finally seeing my true potential through Mother's eyes. See, guys. Such power.
It is like fighting a god.
I'm taking him down before we can do it again. Just need to...
All these years, Tony, letting you think you were my equal, I could have squashed you so easily.
You let us go. Not sure I want to know why.
The Hulk will deliver the page to Lilith, just as it was foretold. Just as she planned all along.
All right. Because you're telling me she orchestrated all of this?
My mother always gets what she wants. With the Darkhold in her grasp, there is only one thing she is missing. Me.
Been saving this cigar. It's my Victor Creed's Gone special treat. Only thing is, Magik took out Sabretooth. Now I don't feel like smoking it. Knew one day he'd cut off more than he could chew. I just thought Creed's reckoning was mine to deliver.
Magik is too young to have this on her shoulders.
I agree. Can't tell Magik what to do, though. Got too much of that Rasputin headstrong nature.
It is indeed dark times when the youth must make dark choices.
I'm worried about the kid. You change when you cancel someone's check. We can't afford another one on our side pulling a Banner.
Battle offers us no easy choices, and none of us emerge unscathed.
Liliana's growing on me. I guess I gotta make sure she doesn't end up like me. Last thing I need is another Jubilee. She could come in handy against Hulk, though.
The Hulk situation worries us all.
I've survived a few dust-ups with the Green Rage monster. 2 reasons I walked away. Healing factor, and I got the feeling that Banner was holding the green guy back. I don't get that feeling anymore. Do you?
Dr. Banner may prove an ally to us.
Your mom's play of turning puny Banner was smart. She controls Hulk's only weakness. The part that was on our side. Hulk fights dirty and mean and brutal. Demon Hulk fights on another level. Like unfocused malevolence.
Lilith thinks she can control a...
Enough, Tony. We tried and we failed. Time to admit we might not have all the answers on this one.
We needed to act, and that's exactly what I did. Yeah, okay, the plan didn't work out. I'll come up with another. If that doesn't work, I'll try again and again. Until I win.
You win?
You know what I meant.
I know exactly what you meant. Listen to someone other than yourself for once. Stand down, Tony.
Not while I can still fix this.
Stand down now, before we all go down with you.
What do you say, boss? You know that I've got this, right? What do you say, boss? Is Rogers right? Should the star player get benched after one mistake? Or maybe you're smart, and you know I can get us across the finish line.
It is worth hearing Steve out.
This is not a school project. Teamwork doesn't make the dream work. But you're the boss, boss. You can all brainstorm to your heart's content. When you want an actual solution, you come and find me.
Hunter, are you any good at writing eulogies? I mean, it's not like Robbie's gonna let you write a eulogy for Blaze. Seems like this is something he's got to work out on his own. But a little backup never hurts.
And what are you doing?
Me? I'm here to support Robbie. He watched his personal hero sacrifice himself. He shouldn't have to grieve alone.
I am concerned about Robbie too. Blaze's betrayal and his sacrifice, it could be overwhelming to him.
The guy's been through a lot. That's why I want to help him get closure. I'm sure he'll be fine after that.
Closure? What is that?
Yeah, you know, closure? Like, after you have a breakup and you insist on making your ex go out for coffee so you can tell them how they made you feel.
Do you think that is effective?
I've watched hundreds of hours of daytime TV talk shows that say yes. So, as soon as Robbie works this out, we'll be good to go. Robbie will figure out what to do. Eventually.
Any suggestions? I can't get Blaze out of my head. I don't mean possession or anything, just everything that happened.
Tell me what you were thinking.
On the one hand, he was my personal hero. On the other hand, he tried to destroy you. On the other hand, he sacrificed himself to save me. How do I honor him and still be truthful? It's too many hands.
No matter what betrayals he visited upon us, he did the right thing in the end. You were standing here because he sacrificed himself.
Maybe so. I also remember Mephisto's sulfur stench, and Blaze's generally awful attitude. Can I really talk about the good and ignore the awful? I don't think so.
Whatever you decide to do it quickly. I am afraid we are running out of time.
You really helped clarify my thinking. Thank you. I'll figure something out by morning. Promise. This is so hard. Maybe we should just have a memorial barbecue.
Hey guys, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but we need to start stepping up.
I don't understand. I thought the Avengers were supposed to be like the greatest superhero crew on Earth. I thought they would do better than this.
You should know this by now, Robbie. Meeting your heroes is always disappointing.
They were never my heroes.
Hey, don't be so hard on them. They're doing their best.
You don't get an A for effort in this hellscape.
I didn't.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick with sitting on the sidelines while the Avengers keep striking out.
So am I. It's time to take control.
This is our chance to show Caretaker and the others that we're not a bunch of superhero school dropouts. We're the Midnight Suns, and we're the real deal.
Count this Daywalker in, Blood Witch.
Count this mutant, ex-despot of Limbo, in as well.
Well, if you guys are in, so is Sparky.
Good. First, we need to hammer out the deets. We'll meet later. Till then, mum's the word. Okay?
Isn't it literally called the Prophecy of the Midnight Sun? Seems like it's really been our fight all along.
We know it's gotta be done. Guess you overheard our conversation.
It was difficult not to.
Let's face it, this doomsday scenario might be a little too on the gothy supernatural side for the Avengers. So, it's time for them to move over and let the kids take the reins.
The Avengers are clearly out of their depth.
Damn straight. Now it's our turn to screw it up.
You do not sound too confident.
I just don't want to jinx it.
So, do you have a plan?
You mean a plan to stop Chthon from serving us all up in his all-you-can-eat cosmic flesh buffet? We don't have all the deets nailed down as of yet, but we'll work it out. Till then, keep this under wraps until we know what we're doing. I don't want to freak out the Avengers any more than they already are.
Will do.
Cool. Catch up later.
The chatter points to large numbers of soldiers crossing borders, mostly in Eastern Europe. Lots of talk about Transia.
Is your source Maria Hill, or intercepted comms, or other?
A bit of all three.
In the Air Force, we call them betting odds.
In the Army, we call that hard intel. Semantics aside, Hydra's never been this active. Hearing about sleeper agents pulling out from all the major three-letter agencies.
Can't believe I find myself wishing Red Skull were still in charge.
Hydra hasn't been this active since my Howling Commando days. There's something going on that we're not seeing.
Hey, thanks for coming, everybody. I know we're all stretched thin at the moment.
We're all here for you, Robbie. We know this is important to you.
But we should move things along. I know what you're all thinking. You thought Blaze was a major league asshole.
Whoa, I thought Professor Xavier was the mind reader, Logan.
Quiet, you. Anyway, Blaze. Yeah, he wasn't nice. But it's not a nice world. And sometimes you gotta be that way to get things done. And he really got a lot of things done. So, you kids remember that. You won't always be so fresh-faced and innocent.
To be honest, I really struggled with what I was gonna say. Because I used to worship the flaming ground Blaze rode on. And then I met him. And safe to say, I didn't worship him so much anymore. Fairly certain I hated him. Right until he went and sacrificed his life to save mine. Johnny might not have been perfect, but at the end of the day, he was one of us. And I'm glad to have known him. To Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny
Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze. Is that it? Can we go now?
Pull up a stool, Hunter. Never too early to get caffeinated.
There is so much soul about you. I can feel it.
That's good for the old ego.
You have a very distinct musk.
Quit while you're ahead, Hunter.
I do not understand why mutants are hated. You are a delight.
Maybe now's not the time. Stark convinced me to put a shot of his new Stark Drive energy drink in my coffee.
Stark Drive?
Sure. It tastes like sweaty gym sock dipped in coffee, but at least it wakes you up. And if we're headed to Transia, I'm gonna need it. This thing could last 24 hours or 24 days. Hard to tell.
This group does not waste time. We will strike at Hydra and Transia quickly, and we will win.
Now there's a real rah-rah spirit I can get behind. I've got no time for long stays overseas. I don't like to pack a toothbrush, and my transient is pretty terrible.
It makes sense that Lilith would go back there. Back to her homeland, that is. Back to the source of her powers.
She's gonna be in for a real nasty shock if she's looking for home. It's not like the old days with the Knights of Wundagore riding around the place. Red Skull and Hydra did a pretty good job of screwing Transia up in every way possible.
The people of Transia are good at heart. There is natural beauty there. We can still save the country from the destruction brought upon it.
We go smash Hydra, and while we're there, we'll plant some trees? Sounds like a plan.
It looks like the others are gathering now in the war room.
Yep, I'll head that way myself. Just need a few more sips of sweaty gym sock. I gotta talk to Stark about getting some new flavors.
I'm good to go again if you are.
So, I read in your war journals, issue 47 to be specific, that you've been to Transia.
Is that a question?
More like a prompt. You know, to see if the journals were true, or if there was something you left out intentionally.
Ah, for intel.
Yes, definitely for intel. If so, war journal number 47 is my favorite. So when you were surrounded by Hydra troops in that transient cemetery, did all that stuff really happen? Where you bounced the shield off the tombstones and took out like 10 elite troops?
No.
Oh, so you made it up?
No, I cut out the more unbelievable parts. Lots of redacting. Truth was way crazier.
I knew it!
Let's discuss. But first, the mission.
Right, the mission. Good call, Captain America.
You enjoyed calling me Captain America, didn't you?
Yes, a little too much. I'm kind of a big fan.
Is there anything you can tell us about Transia that might give us an edge?
Transia is a country in trauma. Their borders could easily destabilize at any moment. The people there, they have seen so much war, trauma, and pain. We must spare them at all costs.
Right. I'm packing coffee pods. Anything you like?
Yes, the coffee shop cinnamon blend. Good call, Ileana. Transia is known for lots of trauma, war, and terrible coffee.
We cannot expect to save the day with decaf. That would be counterproductive.
This will be a very strange homecoming.
We are not our homes. We are our family. And our little spooky family here can get through anything together.
I missed you, Ileana.
You ever have the feeling like you forgot something really important but aren't sure what it is?
You mean such as how I defeated Lilith centuries ago? Then yes.
I'm having it right now and... Wait. I think... Oh no. Did I feed my cat before I left?
Do not worry. Your cat will be fine on its own for a little while.
Oh, it's not the cat I'm worried about. When Chewie gets hangry, well, hoo boy, better lock your doors and windows.
You cannot be serious.
Actually, you're right. She'd just teleport right through them. You know how hard it is to get that pink goo out of the carpet? Oh, I can't believe I did this. I just know Chewie's going to lay eggs on my pillow again.
Wait, what?
So much mucus.
To think, long ago the nation of Transia was once the seat of power for the heroic Knights of Wundagore.
Might as well be Camp Hydra these days.
They're pulling in reinforcements from everywhere. But reinforcing what exactly?
Mount Wondagore. There's been something wrong with that place for as long as I can remember.
Something like this.
Nothing wrong with that. Now we know where to strike. Time for a little payback on Queen, Demon... No? Right. Make one slight mistake.
Handing my mother the last page of the Darkhold?
Bringing back the Hulk.
Okay, same mistake. Technically, fine. You take point then.
Roger that.
Actually, how about you let us handle things? The Sanctum, Tony's Gamma Death Star, Wanda. Think about it. Every time we listen to you all, some new catastrophe seems to happen. You're not our babysitter, Hunter. You're our leader. And we are the Midnight Suns. We're family.
And family's family. So this time...
We got your back.
Then what are we waiting for?
What if we aim for his heart or something?
He's not a vampire. He's a gamma-powered muscle man.
Juiced up with a heavy dose of Lilith's corruption.
In other words, we're screwed.
Look, I know Lilith is like a dark goddess with an extra angry Hulk as her number 2.
Don't forget the Parchment of Power. She's got that too, which is like super OP.
But we've got something that she doesn't.
A death wish?
No, dude. We've got friends. Each other. We're the Midnight Suns. And you know what we Suns do?
We rise.
We've got this, guys. We have to believe in ourselves if we're gonna pull this off. Blade, Robbie, you know what to do, right?
We'll see you soon, Nico.
Better not leave me hanging, because our entire continued existence depends on us.
Right. No pressure. It's just the end of the world.
Not if we can help it.
Should we do a gold team?
Don't ruin it. A good speech is enough.
I'll be monitoring the troops' movements from here. You have a small window to strike the facility and get out.
What if we like the place and want to move in?
Watch it. If you want to prove yourself on this mission, you don't need to start acting like Tony Stark. You're traveling to the heart of Lilith's power.
We know. We'll be extra careful. What? No giant alien slime bubbles, demon energy barriers, or jolly green monsters?
Then they're ours.
That room.
Lilith, too. So it was here, all along. Wanda was right.
She usually is.
Right. One problem at a time. Midnight Suns, assemble! Or whatever.
Yes. Midnight Suns assemble or whatever.
Why not?
It looks as if Lilith has sent every last Hydra goon she could find to guard the entrance.
Between the creepy glow and the howling demonic Hulk, I think we're running out of time.
We must not let them stand in our way.
Whatever works. That wasn't bad.
Consider that.
To think this was once hallowed ground, long before Lilith was entombed here.
Too bad it was Hydra that finally stuck around.
Chthon has been waiting eons for this moment. I'm not giving Hydra any more credit than I have to.
Nor should you.
Isn't Dr. Faustus wanted for war crimes? Huh, you guys might be accessories, you know? Buy us some time!
Get inside while you can. Leave that to me.
touch it!
Hell yeah!
You alone among your kind can serve as the conduit of my power, precious child. Liber tenebris, reversus es nobis. Only a few moments longer. Together we will reforge the Darkhold and usher in...
It's over, lady!
Mother, no! Stop this!
Lucky shot. She won't hit me again.
But it is all for you. Everything I do is always for you, child.
Block her out! She gave up the right to call you that word when she sold her soul to that monster.
The truth shall reveal itself soon enough, sister.
Even with her attention focused on that damn book, Lilith's barrier will not be easy to bring down.
Yeah, but the cave sure is. Midnight suns, disassemble.
Now you're talking.
Never on things.
Should have hit a few of those columns with the hell ride.
I'm gonna tell Robbie you said that.
You were too weak for this fight.
That barrier is still holding!
Liber tenebris, reversus es nobi.
Get out of there, now! You've done more than anyone could ask.
Almost! Yo, Demon Lady! One thing, before we go. This is for
Johnny Blaze!
No! The spell must not be interrupted!
Now we may leave!
Mother.
Your mother died centuries ago. Now get out of there!
What's wrong?
Everything.
Mysterious structure, which has
I
been
hope Aunt May
described as
isn't
some
watching
kind
this
of
because she's
ancient
going to
temple,
flip.
has suddenly appeared in the war-torn Republic
I try to
of
stop
Transia,
it, but
decimating a
I
remote
screwed up,
village at the
Robbie.
base of Mount
It's
Wonderful.
okay, you can
These
say it.
images,
Doesn't
taken
matter
by
who
tourists,
screwed up.
have been reposted
What
over
matters
2
is that
million
we're
times
screwed.
on every social media outlet with the hashtag #ApocalypseWow.
We're in the end game now. Heading to book club. Are you?
Meet you there.
After you.
Yeah?
Welcome to book club.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't realize Steve knew the author. I really should have read this when he first asked.
Whenever I read this book, I can still hear the General's voice in my head.
Good girl, Charlie.
The more we work together, the more I'm impressed. And I'm hard to impress. If you haven't already, you should welcome Logan. You good?
I am ready.
Before we start, I want to welcome Logan to the book club. What did you think of the book?
I didn't read it.
Okay then, guess I'll start. Steve, I really enjoyed this book.
What stood out to you?
I know people have different approaches to leading others, but I never considered what drives them to do so. Take Custer. He led from the front and was mostly loved by his troops, but his drive for personal glory affected every choice he made. Eventually, Custer picked a fight he couldn't handle. His recklessness led to the death of himself and every soldier he commanded.
His mistake was making decisions to elevate his own standing instead of his troops.
Makes sense. The better they do, the more he gets credit for leading them to victory. I think the biggest lesson, beyond don't be Custer, is that an outsized ego is a double-edged sword for a leader.
Also, you can't just get through life with a pretty face.
I thought you didn't read the book.
I didn't, but I picked things up from context.
I learned more about George Washington from this book than anything I was taught in school.
Yeah, that surprised me as well.
Before this, I associated him with statues, paintings, and the dustiest parts of American history. But here we see a military leader whose personal ambition was the victory of his army. He was clear-eyed about his goals and knew how to get out of his own way. Washington led from the top, though he kept counsel with various advisors. Once he made a decision, he expected his subordinates to follow his orders.
For less capable people, that sounds far too rigid a way to lead.
Yeah, I find it's best to leave some wiggle room. Give your people objectives and the resources to achieve them. More than anyone else in the book, Washington believed true leadership is a contract bestowed upon you by those whom you lead.
And that's where the book gets its title?
Right. The mantle of authority. It's something that augments you.
Which brings us to our final profile.
We really don't have to do this one.
And now I'm interested.
Steve, how long have you bugged me to read this?
Not because of the chapter on me. You all know General Phillips selected me for the Super Soldier program. For a time, he commanded me in the field, and that's why my profile is in the book. He was kind to say I led by example. Maybe that's how it used to be. But the Avengers isn't a military organization. If I gave Tony an order, he'd laugh in my face. To get anything done, I need the group's consensus. I can't give pretty speeches about the need to sacrifice. I have to show that putting in the effort today will make a better tomorrow.
It cannot be as simple as you make it sound.
Oh, it never is. It's a constant struggle, and you won't always see eye to eye. Still, I find it's absolutely worth the effort. Leadership you can gain, but trust, that you have to earn. But I find little enjoyment in talking about myself, so yeah, let's end it here.
All right, we'll call it here. Next month is... Hunter, do you have any books to suggest?
None from the past few centuries.
Then Logan could pick the next one.
Sure. The Adventures of Crash Morgan #5, The Last Queen of Deimos.
What is that exactly?
It's about a space explorer with a ray gun, a jetpack, and a fishbowl helmet. Travels through space with a robot dog. They get in wacky adventures.
That's a classic. A buddy of mine had that in basic.
I'm always up for space nonsense.
I'm not, but that's the book. I'll give it a shot.
I'm not sure why Logan joined book club if he's not going to read the books.
You are not required to do so.
Come on, it's the principle.
I'm actually surprised Steve recommended this book.
Why?
Steve can take a compliment, but he's uncomfortable with praise, especially from someone he respects.
What did you think?
Well, the punch is decent, but there should have been a bigger spread.
What I meant, what did you think about book club?
I just told you. Thumbs up for punch, thumbs down for snacks.
Well, at least Logan showed up.
You did not think he would.
I wasn't sure he'd be into book club, and I don't know what to expect from that book of his.
The name alone has me intrigued.
Maybe you're right. I should learn to roll with the unexpected.
You welcomed a resurrected demon slayer into your life. Now we read books together.
Can't argue with that. When you first joined, I wanted you to keep an open mind about book club. I owe Logan the same courtesy you showed me.
Good call.
On your way out?
I should leave.
Good meeting.
Wanda, there's something I ought to say to you.
Oh?
You were right about Lilith's tomb.
Did you just say I was right about something?
I did. Just as you were probably right about other things too. Many other things. You let an old, stubborn immortal let you take the blame for so much.
You were hurting. You needed something to point to.
And here I was thinking I was the one who was supposed to take care of all of you. I am sorry, Wanda. For everything.
So am I.
I see you and Caretaker are on the mend.
Seems so. I should be happy about it. But how can I be happy about anything when the Temple of Chthon is wreaking havoc on my home? I grew up in Transia, you know. In a remote village at the foot of Mount Wondercore. It's all destroyed now. Along with those poor people's lives.
Wanda, I am so sorry.
Not as sorry as they are. I can promise you that.
We will save them. That I can promise.
And I'd like to be around to help them. But first, we have to stop your mom. I'm afraid of her, you know. Of seeing her. I mean, what if it happens again? What if she turns me back into bad Wanda? What if I go dark?
If it came to that, we would find a way of removing her corruption again.
I appreciate that, but I don't think you're going to have time for all that while you're also trying to stop Chthon from tentacle climbing into this dimension.
You're right. We probably would not have time to save you.
You wouldn't?
I'm joking.
Oh, you almost got me there.
No one is leaving you behind, ever again.
Promise?
Cross my heart.
Well, I ought to get back to the news. See what new horrors are befalling my hometown.
Do not watch too much of it. The overconsumption of news media is supposed to be bad for your mental health, especially during an apocalypse.
There are worse things for your mental health, Hunter, and I'm pretty sure I've experienced them all. I'll take my chances with a little cable news. Night.
Can you not feel it, child? The end is upon us.
You have gone too far, Mother.
I could say the same to you, child. Leaving me for dead and buried under that mountain. What a way to treat your mother.
Next time I will use a bigger mountain.
Say what you must, but I saw the hesitation in your eyes. Besides, you won't get another chance. The Darkhold is finally complete. The prophecy draws to its close. The Midnight Sun is coming, and with it, him. We will all have our final parts to play. Will you be ready when the curtain rises?
When the time comes, my hand will not hesitate.
I pray it does not. You have come a long way, child. Standing before me with such conviction, such belief. You look a lot like him, you know.
What? Wait, I thought we could not talk about him here.
Ugh, God, no, not him. Him. Your father.
I have never heard of you speak of him until now.
We close upon the end of a billion years prophecy. Forgive me if I'm a bit sentimental. I sometimes wonder if I could bring his soul to this place. To have him stand once more beside me. Beside us.
I implore you, do not. In his death, he has been spared the sight of the foul creature you have become. I envy him for that. What? No snappy comeback? Promises that we shall be reunited under the glorious eye of the Midnight Sun?
No, child. Not this time.
Agatha?
I'm sorry to intrude, dear. Do you have a moment?
For you? Of course.
You always came to me for advice when vexed by a difficult problem. Never Sarah.
I could always count on your wisdom.
Really? I always feared I was flying by the seat of my broom. Did I tell you I had one of those in the 1960s? Quite comfortable.
A seated broom? Where is it now? Can I see it?
Lost in the chaos of an unforgettable music festival. It was a wild year.
A shame. So, what troubles you?
I don't know how to say this without sounding melodramatic, but despite our actions, the prophecy unfolds. Chthon's return seems inevitable. Yet all I can do for the people I love is haunt a library and play macabre tour guide.
Agatha.
I should be here with Sarah and yourself, helping to bring the team together. But I never have felt more useless. I'm sorry, Hunter. I'll leave you to your rest.
Agatha, wait. Good night.
Agatha. Hunter, I'm coming in. Where is she? I heard you speaking with her.
I am surprised you can hear Agatha.
Then you don't deny it?
Why would I? Especially to you.
Why didn't you tell me earlier? Why didn't you tell Caretaker?
I made a promise not to tell.
To who?
Agatha.
Then why now?
Because if you can hear Agatha, the two of you need to have a long talk.
I don't know if I could face her.
Then let me talk to her.
All right. I'm trusting you, Hunter.
Good night. I did not think church was your style, Daywalker.
Actually, it's Eric. Eric Brooks from Harlem.
I do not have any other name. It is just Hunter.
Really? I thought you'd have some old formal-sounding name like Benedict or Archibald.
Afraid not. I was born a weapon and raised as one. I'm guessing that is why Caretaker chose to just call me Hunter. She did not want to give me the impression I was allowed to be human.
Well, Sarah isn't exactly known for her warm parenting style. Can't say my mentor was much better. He was hard on me too. Wanted to make sure I survived.
You had a mentor?
I wasn't born this cool. Someone had to teach me. His name was Jamal Afari, a vampire hunter. He gave me the name Blade. He used to take me to church on Sundays when I was a kid. Taught me right from wrong.
Well, if it means anything to you, he did a fine job teaching you morality and ethics.
Sometimes I think the difference between taking the high road and slumming it in the gutter is having someone who believes in you enough to lift you up. He could have killed me, you know. And he would have been within his rights to put me down too. But he didn't. Jamal was the first person to look past the fangs and see my humanity. Trained me to control my darkness so I could become the vampire hunter I am today. I guess what I'm saying is, you deserve that same benefit of doubt. You may be a demon child, but I see the human in you winning.
I would like to extend the same sentiment to you, as a friend.
I don't need it, but I'll take it. It's good to have someone keep you in check.
What happened to this Jamal Afari? Do you still keep in touch?
No, I killed him.
Why? What happened?
He asked too many questions. Just kidding. You keep showing me I can trust you, and maybe I'll tell you the whole story someday. But for now, I just want to let you know you're not all bad, Hunter. Just half bad, and that's good enough for me.
Hey Doc, I was thinking, what if you or Magik opened up a portal and I could create a large-scale moving platform? We could get those poor people out of Transient in no time.
I must say, the dire circumstances of our situation seem to have brought out the best in you, Tony.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're more collaborative and open than usual. You're actually soliciting help from the SUNS.
I'm doing whatever it takes to get the job done. It is a crisis, after all.
True, it's just that the difference between your usual arrogance and your current openness is quite, stark.
You know, I think I liked you more when you were quiet and mopey all the time.
I just wanted to say I appreciate you leaning on me out there in the field, but I feel you deserve fair warning. Associating with me too much can be hazardous to your health.
Hazardous? What do you mean?
I mean Sabretooth. He's killed everyone I've ever been close to. Girlfriends, co-workers, casual pals. He even killed my mail carrier.
This Sabretooth seems to have an unhealthy obsession with you.
He's obsessed with misery, and inflicting it on me and anyone who comes close to me. Nothing scares me much these days, except getting close to people. Because when I get close to someone, bad things tend to happen to them. So, I guess what I'm saying is, thanks for being a pal. And watch your back.
I apologize for not having the bandwidth to speak last night. It's just, I'm still in a bit of shock. My mind has been spinning, trying to process it all.
You do not need to apologize to me, or anyone else.
Yes, I know you're right. There's no excuse. I must pull myself together. At any moment, my sister will unleash Chthon upon the planet. Yet Wanda is back in the library reading as if we were back to normal before Agatha passed. Half of me wishes she was here so I could ask her for guidance. for a way out of this mess.
And the other half?
Is glad she's not alive to endure the horrors of what a Chthon reign would bring. Still, I wonder what she would say if she was here.
I know one thing she would have wanted.
What's that?
To see this rift between you and Wanda finally healed.
I know, but I'm not quite ready for that. Not yet.
Just do not wait until the world is over to do it.
It may never happen then. Not in this life. I need to get my head together. Now that the Temple of Chthon is revealed, our options are dwindling.
Hunter, why is Wanda calling out to me from my shrine?
Last night, she overheard us speaking.
She did?
She confronted me and demanded to know where you were.
What did you tell her?
I could not lie to her. Not about this.
I'm glad you didn't. If Wanda overheard me, the rules have changed. I think she deserves an answer, don't you?
Then we should speak with her.
I'll meet you at my shrine.
Can you hear me, Fury?
Barely. The damn temple seems to be screwing with everything over here.
Is there any way we can move the civilians out of the area quicker?
We're doing our best. We nearly lost a couple troop carriers flying personnel in over the mountains. And Latveria's closed its borders. That's not helping.
Come on, Fury. Transia's population is, what, 20,000? S.H.I.E.L.D. should be able to handle that in a day.
20,000? Try a couple 100 million. This isn't about just one country anymore. We've got to evacuate all of Eastern Europe.
I could take a Quinjet and be there in a few hours, Fury. Just give the word.
The word is, stay out of it, Cap. Focus on the big picture from there. We've got it handled here.
Not well from the sounds of it.
Listen, if you think you can...
Fury! Fury!
Damn.
I have lots to talk about. Too much. Hunter, you promised me the truth about Agatha.
I should let her tell it.
Agatha is here? Right now?
I'm right here, Wanda. Can you not see me?
Agatha? Where are you?
Just my voice, then. Better than nothing.
Agatha, there's so much I have to say to you.
Wanda, please. You are my pupil. I shall not have you bear the burden of my death.
I lost control.
No, I did. I pushed you too far, too fast.
Yes, but I have to...
My dear, this isn't the first time you visited my grave. I heard all you confessed. There is no need to repeat it. And there is very little time. Chthon grows restless in his slumber. I can aid you in this fight, but I'll need your help. Both of you. My connection to this world is tenuous. There is a ritual that can bind me to this place. First, I'll need you to retrieve a memento.
I am unfamiliar with any ritual you describe.
It was in one of the books I wouldn't allow you to read.
I read many of those books.
Yes, you were a precocious child. Those books were decoys.
I knew it.
I'm sure you did.
What exactly do you want us to bring you?
Sarah's grief is my strongest tie to the world. This memento symbolizes our tie to one another.
What is it?
I don't know, but it's somewhere in her room. The closer I get, the more painful it is.
A ghost can feel pain?
I'm not thrilled about it.
How should we go about this?
Hunter, you know Sarah better than most. I'm relying on you to search her room and find this memento. Whatever it is.
And what should I do?
Observation and distraction.
So, I'm the lookout while the hunter pokes around Caretaker's room.
I do it myself, but...
Oh, it's no problem. One of my favorite shows involves a weekly heist.
Now, both of you promise me Sarah cannot know about the ritual. Not until it's done.
Why not?
The more she knows, the less chance we have to pull it off.
I have kept your secret this long.
And I can keep it as well.
Good. I believe in you both.
You can count on us.
Wanda, she already left.
Oh. Well, time to sneak into Caretaker's room and steal one of her heirlooms. Let's go before I talk myself out of it.
You and me both.
Right behind you. Hunter, I'm outside the door. As soon as you find it, I'll give you the all clear. Nico, do you mind if I wait alone?
Oh, right. Good luck.
All right, she's gone. Hurry up. This is harder than it looks on television. How's it going in there?
Found it.
All right.
Wanda?
The coast is... Caretaker. Hi. How are you, doing?
I'm tired. It's been a long day.
Oh, I know the feeling. We should, take a walk around the Abbey.
Why would we do that?
It's good to, get the blood flowing after a long day. So how about we...
Wanda, it's late. I'm going to bed.
I want to talk to you about Agatha.
You do?
Can we take that walk? It's about something she said to me. About you.
Wanda, this topic is out of bounds.
I'm not asking to be forgiven. I know I'll never make it right. But I have a wonderful memory of Agatha speaking fondly of you. It's not fair to keep it from you, so could we take that walk, please?
All right. A short walk.
A short walk. You'll be back in a few minutes, at most.
Let's go. I'd like to get this over with.
That's perfectly clear.
Are you all right?
Just a small cough. Why don't we head through the yard?
Hunter,
Ileana?
what were you doing in Caretaker's room?
Agatha is a ghost. She asked Wanda and I to recover a locket. We need it for a ritual to restore Agatha. Then she can help us all fight Lilith.
That is absolutely amazing.
Tell no one.
Let me join the ritual.
Okay, I will.
Then I saw nothing.
Are you out?
Mm-hmm.
Good. You know where to meet me.
We're witnessing the biggest humanitarian crisis unfolding in Europe since World War II, and no one seems to have a handle on it. Fury wants me here to handle the big picture, but it's looking more like a nightmare by the minute. I need to be in Transia to help. With no signal, I'm not doing any good standing here.
Fury is right. If he is caught in that mess, it is no good for you to be stuck in it with him.
But I feel useless here.
Trust me, you are not useless.
I know I should rest, but that's not happening until I know Fury's safe. Carol and I may be pulling an all-nighter.
Do not neglect your sleep, Cap.
I can either have bad dreams when I sleep or a waking nightmare right here. At least here I can keep my mind occupied.
Bunazua. I never want to do that again.
Digging through her things, that did not feel good.
If the ritual works, Caretaker may be able to hear Agatha again. How does that feel?
Better.
For me, too.
So what next?
I'll take the... what was it?
A locket.
I assume Agatha will tell us how it fits into the ritual.
And that I shall.
Agatha, We have Caretaker's memento.
I know. I can feel it. Would you be a most faithful apprentice and place a ward upon it?
Of course.
That's better. Now, do you recall the binding ritual in the Libris Inlicitus?
The Grey Seneschal? But that's...
Forbidden, yes.
I was going to say extremely dangerous.
And I would never suggest it unless the circumstances were this dire.
What is this ritual exactly?
The Grey Seneschal requires an item that binds a spirit to a person or place.
Why is it so dangerous?
Because the first step of the ritual is to destroy that item. And for a short time, the spirit is extremely vulnerable to dissolution, to possession, to destruction.
I am not entirely comfortable with this, but if you are taking the risk, I will support you.
I am so proud to know the person you've become, Hunter. Trust me when I say the risk is worth it. Should the ritual work as expected, everyone in the Abbey will be able to hear me, to see me. I'll be able to help when it's most needed. We do this when the moon is right. But it all falls apart if Sarah learns what we're planning.
Why?
This ritual is one of hers. She made it centuries ago. She knows how great the risks and how slim the odds. And there's no chance in hell she'll allow Wanda to lead the ritual. Yet for us to succeed, Wanda it must be.
No, I can't do this.
Wanda, this ritual's power lies in its inherent contradictions. And what greater contradiction can there be
than for me to restore your spirit to life? But Agatha, if I lose control...
You won't.
How do you know?
Because you're my best apprentice. Because you learn from your mistakes. And because I want you to know I truly forgive you. For that to happen, you'll need to see it in my eyes.
All right.
Now to prepare. Wanda, I'll be in your room. We'll go over every step of the ritual.
I'll meet you there.
She already...
I know. Hunter, do you believe I can do this?
Yes, I have no doubt.
Why?
Because you are the only person who ever resisted my mother's control as one of her fallen.
It wasn't enough.
It was just enough. That is why you are here.
Okay. When the moon is right.
When the moon is right.
No pressure.
All right, Midnight Suns. Time to shake off the past and train to kick some ass.
And we can't rewind the clock and change it, because Dr. Strange lost all his time travel totems in New York.
Oh, so are we just gonna train the pain away?
It works in every single boxing movie I have ever seen.
Are we so desperate that cinema is our inspiration?
We are ants to Chthon. We must fight together or we will fail. Focus!
I agree with Blade and the Scarlet Witch.
This is why we get our asses kicked out there. We're not Avengers. We're lucky to be alive.
It wasn't my intention to insult the idea, Blade. Yes, training together helps us learn how to cover each other's blind spots.
Imagine if Blaze decided to stick with us the whole time. We'd be unstoppable.
Exactly, Robbie. It makes us stronger.
I really don't want to say we are the Midnight Suns or anything like that. It's too cheesy for me. So just consider that general vibe expressed.
Take all that big listening to each other energy and pretend we have to launch Spider-Man across a hellscape of demons and brimstone like he's a football.
Yes, that's the spirit, everyone.
Wait, why are we practicing that particular scenario again?
Don't you just want to hop in and show them how it's done?
Only if I can pick the training montage music.
You seem like a 90s teen pop kind of guy.
Maybe something with lots of cowbell.
Ugh, disco?
Just because you have adamantium claws doesn't mean you get to knock disco.
We finally restored satellite connection to Transia. Get it up on the screen, now.
Hydra's fist grows tighter around Transia, and now Lilith's twisted children roam free.
A glimpse into all our futures if we fail to stop her.
Those people need to evacuate. Are those Hydra soldiers blocking the bridge?
Not just soldiers. That's...
Hey, Captain Wonderboy! Can you hear me?
Crossbones.
I know you're hiding out in your little fun house, so listen up. No one's getting out of this country except in a body bag. Or unless you're brave enough to swap places with them. So what do you say? You man enough to face me?
Anytime, Rumlow. I can't just stand here and let Rumlow get away with this. Rumlow's taunting me, trying to get me to engage.
He wants you to fight him.
Going to Transia would play right into his hands. Yet I can't stay here and do nothing. Those people need us.
We are going to Transia sooner or later. And no matter what Crossbones has planned, we are gonna hit him so hard he will not know where he is anymore.
That's the spirit. We just have to be careful. If there are two possible angles on a fight, Rumlow staked out the third.
So then, what is your plan?
My plan is to stop Rumlow no matter what. If he's gonna fight anyone, he's gonna fight me. After that, I'll make it up as I go along. Rumlow's not going to get away from me again. Not this time.
Crossbones seems very eager to see you.
Let's see how he feels at night. My main concern is making sure the Transians escape unharmed.
Taking care of Crossbones will probably help that a lot.
Seeing Crossbones taunting those people makes me ill.
You know there is only one cure.
You're dropping right into the heart of Transia. Don't let Crossbones turn those poor people into shields.
I'm getting angry just thinking about it. Rumlow's got to be stopped.
We have a shot here at finally bringing him in. Do not let him get away.
Almost gotta give them credit. Almost. Fire! This is mercy compared to what's coming next. Besides, I wasn't talking to you.
Dance with someone, Rumlow? Dance with me.
About friggin' time!
This place is going to hell in a handbasket, and Crossbones seems intent on taking the locals down with it.
You can always count on Captain Boy Scout and his posse to come running. Anytime they're screaming, nobody's to rescue.
I'm not about to stand by and let you kill these people, Rumlow.
Good. I was hoping to get you riled up.
Never surrender!
We already knew you were a coward, Rumlow. What are you trying to prove by hurting these people?
I don't need to prove anything to you. I just like watching a bunch of so-called heroes squirm.
You will answer for these crimes, one way or another.
Ooh, shaking in my boots over here.
Last word. You picked the wrong one, bub.
Hunter. A blast from the past. For real.
I thought that thing died with Faustus.
I kept a few around for special occasions. Crazy old bastard be smiling in his grave right now. If I left you something to bury.
You'd blow us all apart with that thing? Just to keep these people from leaving?
And you thought Faustus was mad.
Orders are orders.
Come on, Rumlow. This is way past wrong and you know it. What the hell has gotten into you?
Exactly.
If that device detonates, we lose the bridge. We lose everyone here. We end this. Now.
I was hoping you'd say that. What was it you said? You regret not finishing me off before? Put up or shut up? I think I'm gonna carve that one on your tombstone.
You want a showdown, Rumlow? You got one.
I would be more worried about that bomb. Hack the interface console, and you might be able to delay the blast. At least long enough to deal with crossbones.
These computers are not my specialty.
This'll shoot the flames off a dog's back at 500 yards.
Let this be a lesson to you.
Is Faustus running some kind of experiment on your face? I think he botched it.
That bomb is about to end this fight one way or another. You have to delay the detonation.
Engage!
You finally got him. Just another scar.
About time. Who put you in charge anyway?
Did that actually work?
You can never really tell with these things.
Screw it.
The core! It's overloading!
No wonder the old man kept this all buried so long, huh, Rogers?
Stop rambling and hang on, Rumlow.
He must have known this would happen. Always was one step ahead of everyone. Except for you.
Why don't we talk about this when...
I'll say hi for you. When I see him.
Go!
Hail Hydra!
Not in my lifetime.
Good girl, Charlie.
Buonazua. Time for Agatha's ritual. The moon can't get any more right. Are you ready?
Are you?
I'm prepared as I can be. And I'll have some additional help.
Who?
Agatha asked me to recruit a few of the others.
How many people will be joining us?
All the Midnight Suns, Dr. Strange, and Logan overheard me talking with Nico and decided to come along.
He believed you?
He said, I've seen weirder stuff in my day. But he used another word for stuff.
It is hard to believe everyone just agreed to this.
Agatha had me tell them what only she could have known. Except Strange. He came without question. He had a twinkle in his eye, as though he already knew.
We should go.
I'll lead the way.
This is it. Hunter, I never asked. Are you all right with this?
I know it is what you want, but this might be the last time we speak.
I thought the last time we'd ever speak was 3 centuries ago. The chance to spend time with you again. I am so lucky and so proud. If this doesn't work, please don't let Sarah know. She shouldn't have to lose me again.
I understand.
But it will work. Wanda knows what she's doing. I believe in her, in all of you. Besides, I'm Agatha Harkness. The world won't be rid of me till I'm ready to go.
Don't know how this is possible, but I'm not surprised.
Why not?
You and Wanda working together. What can't you do? That's not an expression. If I wake up tomorrow and there's a second moon in the sky, I'll assume it has something to do with you two.
Ah, Hunter! My anticipation for this moment was boundless.
You knew about her ghost?
I sensed her energy, and I knew she wasn't a hostile spirit.
Why did you not say anything?
I could always trust Agatha to have an elaborate plan. I surmised she would enact it when necessary. And so she has.
Keeping secrets, eh? That's Agatha for you. Between you and me, I knew she wasn't really gone.
How so?
Agatha always had a backup plan. I used to say she could cheat death at cards. Never thought I'd be right.
So here we are. I cannot wait to see Agatha again, and for Wanda to bring her back. She told me she could never have done this without you. Once again, you help Wanda restore herself. You are good for her. Not everyone has that when the world around you is bleak.
Thanks, Magik.
What are friends for? That was not rhetorical. Sometimes I wonder.
So, I'm a little pissed at you.
I could not tell anyone about Agatha.
Not that. Here, I was thinking you and Wanda were gonna be a thing, but no! That was all a ruse.
Anything is possible.
We're about to restore the spirit of Agatha Harkness, so I guess you're right.
Hey, Hunter. Thanks for doing, all of this.
Do you know what we're doing?
No idea.
So why are you here?
Why else? To support you and Wanda. Oh, and Agatha too.
Thanks, Robbie.
Of course. When Agatha's back, she'll want to see some familiar faces. Happy to be one of them.
Everyone's here. We're almost ready to begin.
What else do we need?
The braziers indicate the ritual boundary. Once you light them, we can begin.
What do they have to do with the ritual?
They mark the ritual space. As long as nothing crosses the boundary, we should be fine. And if something goes wrong, we'll be fine. They'll contain whatever goes wrong.
I will be right back.
Fires are lit. Any last words before we begin? Once we start, there's no going back.
Let us begin. What do you need me to do?
Stand back and make sure nothing disturbs us. The Grey Seneschal is a finicky ritual. Agatha Harkness, can you hear me?
I can.
The Grey Seneschal extends a hand. Shall you take it, knowing it may lead to your destruction?
I shall.
Do you willingly sever your bond to this world, knowing it may lead to your dissolution?
I do.
And will you open yourself to the Grey Seneschal, knowing it may lead to your possession?
I will.
Spoken, witnessed, and sealed. I will now begin.
Steady, Wanda.
I call upon the Grey Seneschal. Seize the spirit of Agatha Harkness and deliver her into this world.
It's her.
Oh, I can see her. I can see...
Agatha?
Sarah, wait. She did not want you to find out like this. How are you here?
I couldn't find a keepsake. A simple spell said it was here.
The locket.
Wanda stole it. I nearly caught her outside my room, didn't I?
Wanda was the lookout. I am the one who stole it.
Why would you do that to me?
Agatha asked me to.
Asked? Why would you pull her back from her final rest? You should know better.
Sarah, she never left the Abbey. She's been here for months.
Then what are you? The Grey Seneschal. I won't let you do this to her.
Sarah, wait!
Wanda will destroy her again.
Sarah, no!
What have you done to her?
Nothing worse than what you've done, Sarah.
Agatha?
You were the worst thing to happen to me. Oh, how I loathed our time together. It took death to finally free me of your insipid...
This isn't Agatha. Reveal yourself.
Hello, sweetling.
Mephisto.
Release Agatha. We have no quarrel with you.
I have quarrel with him.
You want me to simply give you this withered ecto-puppet? Come now. Someone must know how this works.
It's always the same with you. The devil is here, and he's ready to bargain.
Ah, the hairy little creature remembers how it works.
No bargains. Release Agatha, right now.
No. I'm willing to make a simple trade. Give me Ileana, and you can have this faded rag of a spirit.
No bargains.
Then I'll destroy her and leave.
Do not touch her.
I thought you were the true power here. But if you have no hold over the Queen of Limbo, you're as useless to me as this wizened phantasm.
Wait. I will speak with Ileana.
Good. But don't take too long. If you delay, I'll melt this shriveled spirit.
There is little to say.
Ileana, I am just stalling for...
Shush. There is little to say because I know how to push him out.
What is the plan?
If I banish him directly, he takes her with him. But if I channel my power through someone close to Agatha... Wham! Sucker punch. He loses control, I banish him, and Agatha stays behind.
And why have you not done it already?
Channeling my power through a person causes lasting injury. I do not know who should bear this suffering.
I can only offer myself.
Hunter, this is quite dangerous. Are you certain?
To save Agatha, defy the devil, and keep you from his clutches? Of course I am certain.
You are a fool. But you are the best fool I know. Give me the signal when you're ready.
Enough deliberations. Do we have a bomb?
Magik, What do we say to the devil?
We say, the devil can go to hell!
Agatha?
Sarah, you can hear me?
And see you.
What, no kiss?
And that's how I know it's you.
What you've done here, to bring everyone together,
It's not enough.
I've never been more delighted to tell you how wrong you are. This is so much better than we'd expected. We just need to finish it.
We? Does that mean you'll stay and help?
You thought I did all this to say goodbye? Oh, Sarah, you're hopeless.
Not anymore.
Look at that. Hunter, would you mind walking with me? They deserve some privacy.
Indeed.
Agatha's back. It worked.
Wanda, this was all you.
No, this wouldn't have happened without you. We pushed each other and look at what we achieved. So what now?
We should let them catch up.
Agreed. See you tomorrow. I'm going to bed and don't plan to set an alarm.